Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me talking? Testing, testing. New microphone. My dog is under there. I don't know why. Bird, what are you doing? What are you doing under there?
Mom, I farted. Can you edit that out?
Yeah. If you don't know who I am, I'm Liz Watkin. I run Open Coven, which is a magical fibre arts business. I create embroidery kits and various other resources, including digital downloads and workshops, mostly online, to help people harness their creative intuition and use that for spiritual purposes. We're going to have a big clean-up, and you're probably wondering why that's such a big deal, but if you have a look at this area where I work, where I film, where I pack orders, where I design and sew and draw, you will see it's an absolute mess. I just tidied up a little bit, but not well. So at the moment, everything's kind of higgledy-piggledy. My ritual tools and altar pieces are sort of spread around in different places. So yeah, it's an absolute mess. And so I'm hoping that this weekend I can get a lot of this stuff done so that I can get ready to film in a more consistent manner, because what's happening is that I'm spending a lot of time setting things up, breaking them down, moving things around, because I don't have anything that's designated. So, and then I'm going to come out onto the balcony so you can see that we have also, here we go, we've got some mess here. We're going to get rid of this crib. This is Cece's crib. She's 9. We've kept it in her room for a long time. I've got to say, it's a little bit, it makes me feel a little bit verklempt to get rid of it, but I want to get rid of it because it's just taking up too much space. And this is the new cupboard that we're going to put in the spare room to help tidy everything up. I pull a face because I'm really nervous about putting it together. I've put together lots of cupboards and things, but I don't know, for some reason this one looks intimidating. It's got a drawer, and sometimes if you're not great with stuff, drawers can look crooked or they don't work so well. Phase 1 of the great tidy up is complete. We got rid of the crib. It's amazing how much space there is once you get rid of all those pieces. What we have to do next is, oh, don't look at the carpet, it's so gross, is put together the cabinet for the spare room, and we needed this space to do it because the spare room doesn't have a lot of space to work in. And then we will be putting the table together that's going to go out here. What do you think, Winnie?
Your director is having a bathroom.
So be loved now. Yeah, be loved now. Yeah, be loved now. Well, you thought you could run. Outrun the mess. Along the way, I dropped my happiness. So I turned and I faced the pain. When I looked up, all fell away. And I be loved now. Yeah, be loved now. Yeah, be loved now.
Well, not the TV. The TV is not new. It's very old. But we did it. We did it. We made this. I was dreading it. I thought it was going to be much harder than it was. It wasn't hard at all. This door doesn't shut the way it's supposed to yet. We've got to fix that. Apparently there's a video we can do for that. This is exactly what I needed to put all of my ritual items in so that they're not on display all the time, creating a lot of dust, which is what happens when it's on that open bookshelf to the left of it. And also I just don't love them on display. I don't think, it doesn't feel right energetically. So I want to put them all away. And also I have just things dotted around the room, like ritual items dotted in different places, and I want them all to kind of fit in one space if possible. Fingers crossed that will happen with this one, because we've got lots of spots to put things. I love this drawer. I really wanted a drawer. I was very excited about that. And then we've got this. So yeah, so now all I have to do is move everything that's sort of everywhere else here. Okay, so I'm going to open this up so you can see that I actually have filled it with pretty much everything that was over in the corner there. You can't smell this, but it smells incredible when I open it because all the scented candles and things are in here, so it's kind of hilarious, and it's a really magical smell, so that's good. So candles are on one side, and then we've got some ornamentals down at the bottom that have been sitting out and gathering dust. My very important ritual bell. I love this bell and I use it when I perform ritual. My little travel cauldron and incense holders. In here we've got books and this little basket of incense that doesn't fit anywhere else. Sea Witch is my favourite brand. And here in the drawer are a few other things. It looks a little ramshackle, but I'm going to tidy it up a bit more. Candles, different colours for various rituals, if I choose to use different colours. The shelf that you saw that was to your left that I've now moved are in these two containers, and I'm keeping these. This is an old bread bin. I wouldn't say old, but oldish. I like it because I can use it as an altar, as a makeshift altar. So, and then underneath is the basket that I love. I just find it incredibly practical and also aesthetically very pleasing. And it was a gift of someone very important to me. Inside is a little table, and it's a pie. I think it's there so that if you put pie in there, it doesn't get crushed, which is a very cool idea. But I like to use it as a mobile altar piece sometimes. And then it was full of stuff. I'd kind of filled it with things. I use this for when I go outside, particularly with my coven or when I'm doing rituals alone outside. And it's really convenient for that. So I want to keep the basket. I'm keeping it empty for now so that I can fill it when I need to. My home is full of altars that are working altars and altars that are that stay in one place. Working altars tend to be semi-permanent. I might move the items around. This one I set up last year as an abundance altar for Open Coven so that I could have an altar with me when I work, and it's also a way of promoting abundance in my work. For example, this is Habondia. I love this piece because yeah, she looks very fertile and abundant, doesn't she? And she's an Anglo-Saxon goddess. And then I've got this that was given to me by someone who was helping me with my business. And an offering of money to Habondia. My cauldron, my beloved cauldron. This is Ariane Rod. She's a Welsh goddess, and I've got a fibre art piece there. And then my top tier is the horned god and some candles and a broom. One of the biggest jobs is going to be organising fabric, and I have so much of it. have just planned a trip to Britain and Ireland. This is going to be quite a long trip, and I hope that I'll get to create some really great videos around it. My family's all in the UK, and I haven't seen them since last year, and it wasn't under the best of circumstances because it was when my mum died. And so we haven't been back since then. Chad hasn't been back in several years to see my family. Additionally, he wants to go back to Ireland. He visited, I think, last year with his dad and his brother, and he was so taken with it that he wanted to go back, and he wanted Cece and I to go with him, obviously, but also because we hadn't really been to Ireland. Cece's definitely not been to Ireland. I mean, she's only 9. There aren't that many places she's been anyway. Hopefully we'll get to visit some pagan sites and also maybe look into the arts and crafts of the area. Another piece of news, I have recommenced my community ministry certificate with Cherry Hill Seminary. So for those of you who follow me, Cherry Hill Seminary, you might have heard me mention several times because they are the online pagan school that I collaborated with to teach my magical fiber arts course. I have been involved with Cherry Hill Seminary now for about 4 years. I think I got involved during COVID, and it was really important to make that connection and to be involved when the world was going through so much upheaval. They are a great organisation that do something incredibly special and rare, which is they are a grad school that focuses only on paganism, ministry and chaplaincy. So you can do masters in divinity, you can do masters in, I think, religious studies, all based on a pagan curriculum or earth-based religion curriculum, which is very unusual. You don't see that much in the United States, even though there are masters of divinity qualifications, and you don't see it that much in the UK. The other thing that's great about Cherry Hill Seminary is it's a non-profit, so they try and keep their tuition fees really low. I decided to do the community ministry certificate several years ago just as part of my own personal spiritual journey. In paganism, it's hard to maintain a practice and to develop scholarship and traditions when there aren't many places where you can go and learn more and talk about these things. So I decided to take on this study, not necessarily to become a minister, but to deepen and broaden my pagan practice. And I started it about 3 years ago. Then I stopped for a little bit because after lockdown was lifted, it was pretty chaotic for us trying to get back into the swing of things, and I just couldn't continue. Then I started again last year, and I was really happy. I do love the course, and I found it so rewarding. It felt like a real treat. But unfortunately, because of Open Coven and all of the work I was doing with that, I had to press the pause button again. The great thing about the community ministry certificate, and actually all of Cherry Hill's programs, is that you can take a break and they keep hold of all of your qualifications, and you can just go back when you are able to, whether it's because of financial reasons or time, and you can begin again or pick up where you left off. And that's what I have done. For me, the ministry certificate isn't necessarily about becoming a minister or a chaplain. It's a personal thing. But also, because I am developing Open Coven as a community, and part of that might be things like ritual or supporting people, I felt like it was necessary to go through a training that would help me do that in an informed and intentional manner.